Hello, this is Nancy and Rita. Doesn't she look pretty? And we are here today to talk about Rita's journey. And I didn't know Rita until I met her. We were at a chamber event the first time I met you. And she was curious about my program. I think you've probably been watching some stuff. Yeah. But I'm going to let her tell her story. And I just love hearing her story because it's so much like a lot of people her age. She's a little bit older than me. Yeah. Hey, Poonam. Yeah. And so, she was skeptical, just like a lot of people. Can I do it? Will it work? All of that. Hey, Charlotte. Yeah. So I'm going to let Rita talk.
Good to have you here, Nancy,
Thank
and to
you,
see you in person.
Yeah.
I went to the doctor at the end of September of last year, and I had high blood pressure. And for the month of October, I had to monitor my blood pressure twice a day. And I knew this meant if I didn't get things under control, I would be on blood pressure medicine. So I put myself on a eating program, and I lost enough weight. When I went back, I didn't have to get on the medicine. But I knew that I needed long-range help, and I needed a support group. So that's when I went in November and joined your challenge. Very skeptical. I can't even talk. But I joined, and I thought, I need a year. I need a year. And so I did that first challenge, and I went through the holidays. I didn't gain. I even lost some. And then the second challenge, we had the pandemic, and I had some issues there. But then this third challenge has been better. My husband has actually lost over 20 pounds just eating with me. The physical benefits for me is I have lost some weight. I'm healthier in that, issues that I had, like my ankles swelling, my eyes being puffy, those are gone away when I eat optimal. And it's just been a lifestyle change for me. I'm in it for the long range, and I see that it works. The food we eat is really good. I mean, it's not like you're giving up and eating
Not eating
stuff
celery
that's
and
not
carrots,
good.
yeah.
It's really, really good, and all the recipes that people have shared. I've got some notes here I'm looking at. I wanted to think. One thing that's different is you do not count calories and you do not track your weight. In fact, we get reprimanded when we weigh, and I'm still working on that. But, it's just a day-by-day thing. And
I want you to digress and tell about the jeans you got on.
Oh, yeah, the jeans I have on today. The first day I went to meet Nancy at Parton Park, I had this pair of jeans, and I was going to return them to Belk. And I thought, no, I'll just hang them in my closet, and I'm wearing them today. So I have lost inches, and I have lost.
You look great.
One thing about the sugar, would you like for me to share?
Yeah.
The sugar, I read a book of a man that lost a lot of weight. He lost 85 pounds. And he had been a drug addict. And this man is a minister. And he wrote in his book, he said, coming off sugar was harder than coming off of drugs.
Yeah.
And, that really stuck in my mind. And it's why being consistent and sticking with something is so hard. But Nancy is a great support group. We glean a lot of her knowledge from her medical training as a physical therapist, and I feel like I'm getting good bang for my buck with there. Let's see. It's a good support group. I'm on the Marco Polo this challenge. It's been a lot of fun, a lot of chit-chat, a lot of encouragement. And it might not be for everybody, but for those of us that take advantage, I think it helps us. I think we learn to be real. And when we struggle, we share that, and we just lift each other up. But I've committed to this. I think this is something that will help us as we get older. I know in my mother's family, out of 4 sisters, 3 have had total knee replacements. That is a genetic thing in my family. And I know that to get the weight off, the extra weight will help with my knees as I get older. It's just a healthier way to live.
I want to say Rita has been so good in this app. We're actually posting recipes and showing what we're cooking, and so Rita has put together a cookbook. So that's one of the benefits of going, and it's online. So participants get to go on there and print out those recipes, and our qualification is you have to have cooked it to see that it's good, because there are a lot of recipes they might look good, but then they don't turn out quite so good. So we've got some really good recipes.
The food that we eat is good. Cooking this way, I probably mess up a few more dishes, but I'm thankful for a dishwasher. But it's good. Like the biscuits I make, and my husband loves those. I don't allow myself one every day, even with the almond flour, and I put cheese and garlic in mine. But they're just you can't get any better. But we have wonderful recipes, good food. It's just I encourage anyone that's having issues, because that's a problem in our culture.
It is. It really is.
If we're not careful, my mother had a saying. She said, we can dig our grave with our fork in what we eat. Yeah. And, the old adage years ago was, if you had extra weight, you were healthier. But we know that's not the way it is.
No, the foods we're eating now are, so many. Hey, Tracy's on here. Your daughter's looking.
Yeah, hey, Tracy.
When I came to the door, I love this part. When I came to the door and Rita came to the door, I'm like, oh my gosh, your skin is so beautiful. And I know she does the Rodan and Fields, and that's a great product. But I just see so much, the toxins out of her skin. And that's what I've noticed about my skin. People ask me, have you had a facelift? And I'm like, no, I really just feel like it's cleaning my whole body up, and everything, is doing that. Plus, we do teach mindfulness. Of course, Rita, she's a Christian. She definitely has a piece about her. But I think just, carrying that was a burden to you, that extra weight, and wondering about your health. That's something you don't want to have to carry around.
I had kept my weight off really good until I was in my 40s. And then it has crept on me slowly. If you gain 5 pounds a year in 10 years,
that's 50 pounds. That's
and it adds up, and it really is it's a gradual thing. Who was it? Was it you that made the statement, if you walk in the woods 3 miles, you got to walk out?
Got to walk out,
And, that's why I thought, when I started, this is going to take me a year. To get where I want, and really it may take longer.
Well, you kind of had taken some paths off the path to come back out of the woods. But here's what I love about it is that you know how to hit the reset. It's not like, what I've noticed with people in the program, even myself, when I would try to diet before, if I got off the diet, then it was 2 or 3 weeks before I could get back on, because I was discouraged. I was like, oh my gosh. But this, if you go off for a weekend or go on vacation, then you know what to do when you come back on Monday, and okay, just do it.
Well, like last week, we were at the beach, and my kids, they bring every junky snack in the world, and I got off of it. But what has helped me is that Vimify app.
Yeah.
That really helps. There's a place there when you have a bad day, it makes you be honest with yourself.
Right.
And it's not like a diet where you just chunk it aside. You can come back. When I got back home, here I am, and I've had a better week this week.
I think you fasted 55 hours?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I was trying to...
talk about the fasting a little bit, because that's something that people are scared of. And what did you think about it when we first started talking about it?
I just thought that, I'll leave the person nameless, but one person said, you don't have to do that. But they said they had done it without fasting, but it's like, it's different than, and I had fasted a little bit before was on this program, like for a spiritual thing, and it was hard.
Yeah.
But this right here is because it's, you get rid of all that sugar.
Yeah, you're fat adaptive. You're using fat.
You really
for fuel.
don't go hungry. And what I did, I would during at mealtime, I would drink the bulletproof coffee.
Yeah.
And have
or the
that.
broth. You can't. Did you do the broth?
No,
Okay.
I didn't. But I did that, and to get myself just back on track. Now I'm fasting today. I ate supper last night about 5 o'clock or so, and I plan to go 24 hours. And really, you're not hungry. I think part of it is just habit, that we're just used to 3 meals a day. And I was taught, you eat breakfast so you can get your metabolism going. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Well, now my husband and I, we neither one eat breakfast. We
Right.
have our coffee and that's it.
So let me ask you your grocery bill. Is it more or less the same, or?
It's less, I would say, because we don't buy those, I try to keep fresh vegetables, meats. I mean, things just last longer. It's like leftovers. Now, if you're a person that you don't like leftovers, you would be in trouble probably. Like
You'd have to cook every day.
Yeah, and like.
But we don't.
No.
I cook every 3 days.
Well, I
Yeah.
cook every couple of days,
Yeah.
and because my husband, the way he works out and around, he needs the 2 meals a day, and he'll have one leftovers. And like tonight, I had some ham from Easter that's really good, and I took it out, and I'm gonna make a good chef salad.
Oh, that'd be good.
But the food is good. The secret is planning, and
It is,
your
yeah.
grocery bill absolutely would not go up. If anything,
Go down.
I would think
I don't
so.
think I've ever had a client say they spend more on groceries. Almost, in fact, everyone I think has said I save money on groceries. And here's what I love: that grocery store trip is so much easier. Because
Yeah.
you go directly to what you want. You're not roaming up and down the aisles, because there are aisles you're just not going to go down. You don't
Right.
go down the cereal aisle because you're not going to get that. Now, if you have children, that I get it, that's different. But it's just a certain few things that you need, and you can make a meal.
Well,
out of any of
and
that.
also the teaching about snacks.
Right.
We have, when we teach our children, you have a snack. I mean, at schools they did
Yeah,
snacks.
right.
Snacks at bedtime, and maybe your smaller children might need that, but that is one thing that we don't need.
Right.
And at first we really missed it, but now we just say
Right. What is the snack? The food industry created that word to sell you that
Yeah,
stuff that's
absolutely.
expensive. Yeah, it's very
Absolutely.
expensive. Yeah. So, well, Rita, I think we covered most of
I
it.
think
Anything
so.
else you want to say?
No, I just
Yeah.
appreciate you, Nancy, and
Yeah.
she's usually very nice to us. Once in a while, she'll get on and reprimand us, but that's what we want her to do, because to keep us straight on our choices and encourage us, when we're maybe in a slump. And the first time I did it, I thought, wow, that was a lot of money. I thought, but if I went to anybody in the medical field, it was like, would I rather spend it here or spend it to doctors or
Yeah.
blood pressure medicine or whatever? And I knew I needed some long-range help. So I bit the bullet and did it, and I was glad I did. And then as these other challenges, then it was less. But it was, you can't put a price on your health.
No, you can't. And and the burden of carrying that I got my blood work today, by the way, back, and I'm so excited about it because my vitamin D was great. Everything was so good. My cholesterol's still a little high. It's been high for years, but actually now that I know what to have them test, I asked her to test my small particle, and actually it was down, so everything's good. And it's just a good feeling to know that you're doing everything you can do.
Yeah.
I mean, there are things that happen, but you're doing everything you can do. Here's the thing that I love about it is this, getting to know these people on a up close and personal basis. There's Charlene on here. I saw Charlotte.
Yeah.
These are people that I would not have even talked to. And now we're connected, and in 5 years, if I run into Rita, there's going to be a strong bond there.
Yeah.
Because we went through something together.
Yeah.
And that's what this is
And
about.
I am not from here. I'm a native Floridian. There's
Yeah.
not many of us, but I am one. And, I knew people through our church and I taught over at Lyons for about 15 years, and then I was at Vidalia Heritage for 3 years. But, I'm not from here, and I don't have the history or the roots that there's Holly. I taught with her there at Vidalia Heritage. But, I don't have the roots here that some of you do, but it's given me a chance to meet more people, and I've just loved it.
Yeah, it's fun. We got a good group this time.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to be starting a new challenge here soon. So if you're interested, you need to message me and let's get on the phone and talk. I got a couple coming to my house tonight. He's just found out he's diabetic, but we're going to help them. We're going to help them. Yep.
My mother is 89.
Yeah.
I saw where Leah's celebrating her mother's 85th.
85th, yeah.
And we did that for my mom at 85. And, I realized some of the issues that she is facing. I want to be mindful that maybe if I live to be that old, I can be more
you
mobile.
can avoid some of those. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what it's about. Several of my clients say this is a keep me out of the nursing home program.
Well, I tell you, I look at the obituaries, and there's people a lot younger than us that's in there, and I'm thankful for birthdays, and not to be judgmental. Things can happen we have no control over, but then there are some things we can control through our food selection.
Yeah. I posted yesterday, are you living or dying? And, most people that I see, we went to the beach, and then you go in Walmart, and most people are choosing death. They really are. They're choosing to put things in their body that are not helpful to them, and so much. Stay tuned to my program because I'm going to be putting out a lot of stuff about Alzheimer's. I'm doing a lot of research. I'm actually on a week-long Brain Health for Women conference this week, and it's all about nutrition and stress and cortisol. It's a lot of that. So we're going to jump off here, but thank you, Rita.
You're
and
welcome.
Y'all hit the love button, the like button, make a comment. Just say, ask a question, whatever. I'd love to hear from you. And let's see. Hey, Francis, let's see who else on. Well, I can't scroll it down now. But y'all have a great day. Whoop, the finish won't do.